Well, here I am at the beginning of my walk. I'm not going over heavy terrain. I'm just simply keeping to tracks like this. Because despite me arm feeling a bit better, it's still broken technically. So I don't want to put myself at too much risk. Don't want to be falling over and hurting myself. So it's quite a simple little walk. Nice and steady. But I'm out and about. And that is important. Because I have been crawling up the walls at home. And it has been doing my head in. Because I can't stay in very long. Anyway, I'll catch up with you in a bit when I get something to look at. That looks like an interesting place for a night. That may be my second choice on top of that knoll for tomorrow night. I don't know yet. Looks like I've got this place to myself. Can't believe it. This place is awesome. And I've never even been here before. Going up there over the top of that ridge. Let's keep going. You probably are aware already of where I'm going. Ever since I've first seen this Roman fort, I've always wanted to camp here. I don't know why. It's just something that's always beckoned me to go and stay at the Roman fort. I think the views and its location, think back about the people that used it when it was a fort, from what country they came from. Just because it was Romans doesn't mean to say they were from Italy. The soldiers could have been from any country that was conquered by Rome. So it's got that fascination with me. I've always wanted to do it, and I'm going to steal this opportunity, and I'm going to do it tonight. And I must admit, I'm really looking forward to it. Just look at where I am. Look at that. Wow. I've got it all to myself at the moment. I won't have the Roman fort to myself, I can guarantee you that. But tonight I will. Unless there's any ghosts there. So basically, I've walked up from the valley bottom down there, up through the woods. I'm ridgelining it now, just below the ridgeline, along this footpath, up to that big hill in the distance there. And that's where I'll cross with Hard Knot and Rhino Pass, and that's where the fort is. So I'm literally a K, 2K at most away from my destination. So it's not been a big, huge walk. I have gained quite a bit of height, so I'm quite pleased with that, but not got far to go. This was never going to be a marathon, but I do like it here. First time here again, so it's another first for me, this area. Let's keep walking. I seem to be picking up more sheep as I go. They keep coming. I could have parked there and just walked to here, but I wouldn't have felt the same sense of achievement as I've got now. If everybody moves away, I may try and camp in the fort itself, but I don't know. I know you're not supposed to, I don't think, but that's where I'd like to camp in there. But I'll probably up here somewhere where it's sheltered from the wind, because that is going to be very, very drafty right there. let's go down and let's have a look. Jeepers, it's a bit windy. Yeah, I'm not going to put my inner up yet. And it's only 20-mile-an-hour winds, but it's knocking this tent all over the place. Too many people here to put my inner up. If anybody comes, they can just see I'm doing my dinner right now. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm just telling everybody that I'm just having dinner and then I'm moving on. There we go. Bacon and cheese on the go. And over in the distance there, just coming up over the hill, Scarfell. And as you can see, I have pitched in the fort, but I don't think I'm going to stay here. It's very exposed. There's just through that gate over there, there's a little area where they used to mine a bit of stone, and it's a bit flat. So it's flat and it's out of the wind, so I'm going to snuggle over there, I think. Once I've had something to eat. Oh, jeepers, that was hard work. I moved out of the wind was just too much. I had to move. I mean, it's still quite gusty here, but it's nothing like it was down actually on the fort. So I'm a bit gutted really, because I really did want to stay at the fort, but if the weather's just against me, and there's a lot of people there as well, and I'm not sure whether I'm allowed to camp there, and I'm probably not, so I've moved just to be on the safe side. I don't want somebody coming up at 7 o'clock in the evening going, "Hey, move along please, this is a site of ancient history." Yeah, you know the type. So yeah, I moved. Well, anyway, I'm going to complete my admin. I'm not moving now, that's it. I'm feeling quite tired now. It wasn't a long walk, but remember, I have been sat on my arse for some weeks, and it is time to get out again. And yeah, I'm feeling it. It might not have been a massive climb, you know, it's not, but yeah, I know I've done it. Anyway, let's keep the admin going. Don't stop yet. Too taut. So anyway, cheers. Oh, that's nice. What is it? The Essential Shiraz. It's bloody heavy. What? You can have a drink when you come up. I didn't want to bring a bottle. I thought when the bottles are empty, the still weighs the same. So I've put it in a cardboard box instead. But doing that, it means you carry a little bit more, but the same weight as 2 bottles. So one for today and one for tomorrow. There you go. Well, it is me. Right, plans for this evening. It is my intention to go back down to the fort later this evening. Right? I've got my head torch, got my camera, and I think I'm just going to have
a sit there and just have a mooch and listen for a little while, and I find the whole thing fascinating. So yeah, I'm big into my Roman history. I'm big into Rome itself. I went on my 40th birthday, and it was I fell in love with the place, to be honest with you. I've always had a thing about the Roman civilization, and I don't know, it's just one of the things I always wanted to do. Come up here. Unfortunately, I can't. You know, I'm not in it, but it's just too windy. I've had to find this sheltered niche. I've got mountains behind me and cliffs behind me, so I'm as about as sheltered as I can possibly be. There. I mean, you get some sort of scale of this thing now. I'm not actually sat back. I'm sat quite forward of the tent, so I'm sort of like sticking my nose out and having a look because, well, that's what you're here to do, isn't it? See the scenery. But yeah, a little glass of wine, or I normally have a glass, don't I? I'm sort of roughing it a bit, you know, at this time. I'm just pretending that this is a 17th century goblet like I used when I was in the sergeant's mess. And that way it doesn't taste too bad. To be fair, that doesn't taste tinny at all. I normally don't like drinking from metal cups, apart from hot brews, because it just tastes a bit tinny, doesn't it? It takes it off. But we'll look inside, see what I got going on. Yeah, come on. So, here we have my ground dweller, and you will have seen the video for this. This is my Comfort Deluxe sleeping pad. So that's me sorted for this evening. Now I know for a fact I am going to be warm as toast, so I'm quite confident in this gear. I don't have any issues with this gear. But yeah, that's my sleeping arrangements. Very basic, but that's all it needs to be. It doesn't need to be anything else. Yeah, and that's it. This will keep a bit of the draft off. I have actually, don't tell anyone, I have actually bought the full inner as well. So I know I've got the half inner, the ground sheet, and, or sorry, the footprint, and I've also got the full inner now. I was hoping it would be here for this trip, but it didn't turn up in time. So, shh, don't say anything, because if the missus finds out I've spent all that money on an inner, because they are mad money, I think she'll go mental. And work are contacting me too. I know I've got to go back to work. I don't mind going back to work. I enjoy my job, like I said before, so it's not an issue me going back to work. It's just whether I can actually do it or not. Yeah, I'm still struggling to even touch my face or feed myself with my arm, let alone climb ladders and walk around building sites, so I don't know whether I'm fit enough for it yet. They phoned me earlier today, I've just noticed, but they've all gone home now, so I'll phone them back tomorrow morning. Yeah, but I have to figure out when I'm coming back. I probably might not come back this week, maybe next week or the week after, I don't know. But it is getting better, it is getting better. Yeah, now that's a fair way away. And let me show you. Here we go. They don't even... Hello and welcome to YouTube. Boink. One of the things I intend to do this weekend is test my HM1 microphone in the windy conditions compared to the mic on the camera. Now, the mic on the camera, the dead cat's fallen off, so there's no protection from the wind whatsoever on that, and you've probably noticed that already. Whereas this is my dead cat from my mic, and hopefully it should be better. The only trick is to trying to sync in the recorded information here with the recorded information on the camera, and that's done in the editing. So we are going to test it. There we go. You know, simple things like putting on a hat or just brushing your teeth just seem normal, but just do with that? Ow. That's normally a very simple task, isn't it, putting a hat on? But it's not. I can't see it, that looks, the sun's in my eyes. This plateau, this flat piece of ground here, was also part of the fort. I'm actually stood on what was a tower of sorts. It clearly was, it's clearly some sort of structure. But it would also be a very good place to address the troops, as long as it wasn't windy like it is right now. The fort itself is just there, look. We're gonna go down and have a look, but my God, this wind is awful. Yeah, I'm glad I moved. Look at that, the sun's right shining into my tent this evening. Well, I got that bit right, didn't I? Well, I do have to do my dinner, so I think I'm going to get that on now. Or shall I say my tea, evening meal. I'm going to do what I had last time, actually, when I went out hammocking. There was chicken with spring onion sauce, oyster and spring onion sauce. It was gorgeous, so I thought, well, I'll have that again. So I got some fresh chicken and I'll do that now. Looking forward to it, actually. It was really nice last time, really, really nice. So I'm using my fancy feast stove with my MSR skillet. That's the stuff I'm talking about. Blue Dragon oyster spring onion sauce stir fry. It really is awesome. Nearly there. Just trying to keep both of them warm right now. Served with some red wine. And if we look into the fancy feast stove, we'll see we're practically just out of fuel. We're just burning the last bits of fuel now. So the timing on that was fine, and let's give it a taste test. Oh, I broke my spoon. Oh my word, that's gorgeous. That is really nice stuff. That is really nice stuff. I know people will always say, oh, it's really nice, when sometimes it isn't, but this is really nice. And the trouble is, I can't eat it with my left hand. Still got to use my right. Hot. Oh. The tastes are awesome. Awesome. Anyway, where is it? Let me hold that. Cheers. Oh yeah. Lovely. And my stove is now out. Perfect timing. I'll enjoy this and get back to you later. I don't know how long I'm going to be here. I'm just going to suck it and see, really. I've got my phone with me. The whole area that I'm working in has completely been used and mined and worked for thousands of years. I'm not even far from the Langdale Pikes, and that goes back to Neolithic age, where they used to make hand axes, and those hand axes from the Langdales can be found pretty much everywhere. So I can't really show you any more of the place because it's the light has gone now and it's just down to us. So I think without further ado, there's a beautiful moon. There's a 3/4 moon at the moment. Oh, we've got a car coming up the valley, and you can see it too. Look, yeah, there it is. Little car coming up the valley. I think that's a car, is it? Or is that the pub? There is a pub down there. I may walk to that tomorrow. I may do another night tomorrow. It depends on how my batteries last. So yeah, there's a tree down there as well. Just out of shot. I don't think you can see it now, but it's a long tree. And it looks like somebody stood there. So that's bound to catch me out later, isn't it? So this is the granary, where all your food was kept. Commander's houses and barracks and courtyards. That's a courtyard there. There we are. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. Thank goodness for glow-in-the-dark tabs. Looks like it's a bloody spaceship. There we are. Something's gone wrong. I was expecting to see my mic recording, but it's not. Did I press play? Don't know what's gone on here. Good old technology let me down again. For some reason the mic turned itself off. Don't know why, even though it was connected to a battery. No idea. I'm still learning to use it, and I think I had the settings too high, so there may be even distortion on the mic too because it was too loud. So I won't know until I get into the editing stage of things. Battery's going to go soon on this one. Now, what you won't see on this video is what I've recorded for Phil and Paranormal Tech TV. That is a separate video, and they've uploaded it to his channel, not mine. Alright, so there will be a huge gap from me going from here down to there, looking at a few wars and doing what I'm doing, and then uploading something on his channel that you haven't seen yet. So the only way for you to see what I did from earlier on to right here now is to go and watch Paranormal Tech TV. I'll put a link somewhere around here, or a card maybe. Card usually go up in that corner or that corner, and click it. Honestly, click it, and you will see what I did whilst I was messing around. It's not going to be on this video, so you've got to go there to see it. What stage am I at now? I am actually at the going to bed stage. The first thing you should see next will be the tent in complete utter bright light, and me getting up, packing my kit and moving on to the next location. Well, that's all packed up. No litter, no mess, no nothing. As I always say, as it should be. Clean, tidy, and as I found the place. Not a bad morning. Be nice if it was a bit sunny, but it is hazy. The wind's proper dropped off, thank goodness. So yeah, quite pleased about that. Let's go find somewhere else to stay for tonight. I will say honestly though, it was quite hard packing up. Yeah, it's easy to unpack everything, drag it out of the bags and do that sort of stuff, but to put it back in the bags again was quite difficult for me because of my arm. So yeah, it wasn't easy, but it's manageable and I did it, so yeah.
Unpacking's easy, packing's not so easy. One last look at this area. Yeah, really liked doing that last night. Really enjoyed the stay. Very good. Now I've got to get my arse back on top of this hill. Heading up there. I can't point, but I'm heading up there anyhow. I'm on the top now. That's about as high as I'm climbing. It levels off here, and I keep following that track there. The smell of these woods is fantastic. It's a hell of a place, very dramatic scenery. I just come down from up there. Jeepers. Oh well. Nearly at the car. Where's the other part of the video? Well, it goes a bit like this really. On the way up, at the beginning of the video, you'll notice that I'm trying to spot pitches or areas so I can go sleep on the way back. So I was going to do one night up on the fort, and on the way back drop short and then have another night, and then just a short tab back to the car in the morning and away we go. That was the plan. So on the way back I took a slightly different route. I took the bridle way as opposed to the track, hoping that I would find some flat, and it was anything but. It was just steep. It was actually not a good route to walk, and it wasn't a good call really. Especially in my circumstances, it wasn't a good call. Normally it'd be fine, but not on that one. I should have stuck to the tracks. And you'll see at one point on the video that I'm actually on like a knoll, and it's a cliff top, and I'm looking out across the valley. And I've still got a couple of meters of climb to go down to yet before I got to the car, but I was getting close. And I just thought to myself, I'm going to end up getting back to the car here. There's nowhere to stop. And it wasn't. It was all hillside, steep hillside, no flat areas at all. So I did get back to the car. I thought then, right, what I'll do is I'll have a drive, and I'll drive up a valley which I've never been up before, heading towards Seathwaite, or Seathit as it should be called. Anyway, not knowing that area at all, not knowing that, I was expecting again to see high rolling hills that I could just have a nip up to, and there were, but it started to rain, and also it didn't look right for me. I wasn't happy, didn't know the area, so I just went, sack it. So I sacked it and came home. There is also the fact that my arm was killing. Packing my kit was something that I took for granted, because when it was packed into its bags and stuff sacks many moons ago, before I hurt myself, not a drama, but I couldn't do it. I couldn't pack it properly. I had no strength in my arm whatsoever, so I couldn't force things into the stuff sack. So it was a nightmare packing up again. So struggled like hell. So with not knowing the area, the onslaught of a little shower or rain, I just sacked it. You know, that all those things, and I just went, nah, can't be bothered, not a good idea, let's go home. So here I am. Short video, yes. I do apologise I didn't do the 2 nights, but at the end of the day, it's a totally selfish thing. I did my bucket list, I ticked off the Roman Fort, I've always wanted to camp there, and now I've done it. So I was really pleased about that. That was really, really interesting night. Yeah, I'm disappointed that I came home early, but at the same time, I think it was a wise shout. And
at the end of the day, you've got to make a decision, rightly or wrongly. It wasn't a life or death one. It was just, can I do this again another night and remain comfortable? Probably not. So, yeah. Thank you very much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed it. If you liked the video, give me a thumbs up. If you didn't, oh well, sorry. And I'll see you in the next one. See you later. Bye-bye. Thank you.